We back? We good? Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. I actually might have really butchered the replay. I think that was a self-imposed stream shutdown. I think I clicked the stop streaming button rather than switching the scene. How about that? Hey guys, I just started streaming today. Appreciate you hanging out. Hey, hit that follow button for me, please. New streamer here. Oh man, I should just leave the rewind alone here tonight. Craytrim is our race leader. RZ McQueen in second. Third is DTS Mondo. Toyo-sama in fourth. Stevie Superstack in fifth. Slipstream in sixth. Dimes in seventh. Barney in eighth. Audrex is ninth. And Foontang is in 10th position. Joe Beardy says, I just refreshed my computer like 10 times, thinking that it was on your end. And I hate when I hate when the stream goes offline, and especially in that fashion too, because that's not a way in which Twitch tries to allows you time to recover. No, I actually full stop ended the stream by accident, which means now I have to patch together a couple of segments. Ugh. Go to Toyo-sama. Again, we've got a couple of drivers up here, namely DTS Mondo and Toyo-sama, who are stealing points. Stealing points from some of our top of the leaderboard drivers coming into week number 3. So I'm not kidding when I say this is going to be... It's not will it be or it might be. It is going to be quite possibly one of the most exciting... There I go, saying quite possibly. It is going to be one of the most exciting finishes to a Forza Spec racing series that we've seen in quite some time. And they're all usually pretty exciting. Yes, RZ McQueen dominated the last couple of seasons, but it goes beyond just who's going to win the championship. But this one outright might be a full-blown, down to the final lap of the season, out at Indianapolis Grand Prix. So if you haven't committed to clicking the follow button now, and this is where I always put my foot in my mouth, click the follow button. Be greatly appreciated. I'd like to see you back. Whatever it is about that it just, I don't know, it seems to dissuade people. Lots of contact here. Fear the Fun again is trying to get a lap back, and he's going to do a little bit of Formula Drift action here, coming out on the Brabham Straight. Yeah, he's got to fight really hard to get that lap back, because, I mean, look at the talent in front of him. And here they come out of the Brabham Straight. It's going to be Toyo-sama alongside OK Fox Jason D. Out of Paddock Hill Ben, a little bit of contact there. Stevie Superstack, Fear the Fun. Fear able to keep it in track limits. Makes a good recovery. And now we got Toyo-sama onto the inside here of DTS Mondo. Toyo-sama was our race leader here. Now he's back up into the top 3. P3 for right now. Now, oh man, here's what's going to get tricky. He's got Modern Weapon there. And yes, DTS Mondo actually reclaims 3rd position. Sim damage is on, yes. Every race in the Forza Spec Racing Series, sim damage is turned on unless they are at a racetrack, a course configuration which does not have a pit lane. Then they turn off the sim damage. But yes, sim damage is turned on. Here comes Modern Weapon with Toya on his heels. Modern Weapon just trying to keep a good pace going because he's got Fear the Fun behind him. He's not trying to fall back to 15th. Not at all. Actually, he's trying to catch up there with Born as Ghost, and here comes the rain. RZM McQueen now our race leader. Let's go to Cratrium, and it's getting quite dark out there. So not only has the have the clouds gone ahead and brought the showers, but now getting a little dark out there. Here comes the Rooster Tails off the back of the 1990 Mazda Miata. Cratrium a little bit wide on the exit there. And RZ McQueen trying to pick up his second victory here in Season 39. And I said earlier, this is going to be huge for RZ McQueen to try to get a win here in Week 3, but then also in Week 4, so that he can catch back up after what was a fairly miserable Week 1. Only because of an incident out at Lime Rock, he was able to make a great recovery in race number 2 out at Sonoma, and that's the other race that he's been victorious at here in Season 39, but then yielded both wins to SGR Floofy in Week 2. If he can get the win here at Brands Hatch, that'll be huge. Starting to put some separation here, and he's got Nicky Bobby. Might be able to use lap traffic to his advantage. Make the move at the right time, and then now you've got a car between you and second. Second being Cratrium there, and Cratrium's Supercuts car. All kinds of bumps and bruises and scrapes, all corners of the Miata. Running through the field here, it is McQueen, Cratrium, Mondo, Toyosama, who was challenging for third, has fallen back a ways, and he's got Stevie to deal with now. Slipstream, a little bit further back in 6th, ART Dimes in 7th, Barney in 8th, Audrex, Barf Monkey, then it's Foontang, Kuda, Fear the Fun, Modern Weapon, and by the way, Fear the Fun and Modern Weapon, I think start the lap traffic. That's how quick our drivers are here. OK Fox, Jason D in 15th. Born as Ghost in 16th. And it's Ovation, who's having a good run here in 17th after finishing 18th out at Road America. Weisenmitten, Patches Riley, Nicky Bobby in 20th. And yes, SGR Floofy and Slow Motion Fire are two drivers with the DNF here earlier on in this race. Let us go to 7th with Slipstream. Chili Cheese saying, oh, maybe it get a little slippity. Or as they say in Dirt Rally 2.0, slippy. 2 left, 1 right, slippy. Here comes Slipstream. And he and Art Dimes, side by side, up toward the start-finish line, beginning of their lap number 28. Art Dimes going to try to navigate around. Is that Modern Weapon? No, Born as Ghost. Born as Ghost, able to run in the second race of the evening, was unable to participate in the Road America run. And now here comes Slipstream trying to get around Born. I'm quite impressed. Our driver is doing rather well through Paddock Hill Bend. I don't know that I've seen an off. I'm guessing there has been one. Can't keep our camera on all cars at all times, but every view that we've had through turn 1, and there goes Born as Ghost. He's got a little bit of camber there on the grassy hill to work with to bring him back down onto the track, but man, what a wild ride he's taking. And our field of 5 at the front of the pack have started to separate themselves. RZ and McQueen now in a really good spot here halfway through lap 30 of 33. Craytrim in second, DTS Mondo in third, Stevie Superstack in fourth, Toyo Sama in fifth. Neither of those 5 drivers really running amongst each other. I mean, yeah, we're talking seconds of separation, if even that, but really not all that close compared to what we've seen at the beginning of the race. Slipstream in 7th, Barney in 8th. Continues to be a lot of separation there. It's the battle for 8th here. Barney and Audrex. That's really the closest. Actually, no, I take it back. Dimes and Slipstream, the battle for 6th. That's pretty close. The one that we're watching right here. If Slip can get around Modern. Yeah, Slip really struggling to get around Modern. Modern being the rolling roadblock that cannot be passed. Well, here you go. Slipstream going to get by, and now let's see here with 3 laps remaining, 2.5 laps remaining. Can he catch up with Dimes? Bump him, Slip. Bump him. Slow motion fire. Gonna be a spectator here after getting disconnected. And now, let's see here. Barf Monkey in 10th. He's in a good spot. Futang, who we saw up in, I think, 6th position, now in 11th. Kuda in 12th. And then you got to look to the other side of the map to find Fear the Fun, who has made his way up to 13th. Credit to Fear the Fun. I think he's the only driver that I've noticed in pit lane. And so he was a lot further back early on in this race, and he's recouping positions. Looks like week 3 might be Fear's drop week at this point. Let's go to Stevie in 4th. Can he catch up with Mondo? White flag flies. Finding his way at the top of the podium for his 2nd time here in Season 39, Arzian McQueen, our race leader here in the rain out at Brands Hatch Indy. He'll be followed by Craytrim in 2nd, Mondo in 3rd, Stevie in 4th, Toyo Sama in 5th, Dimes going to pick up 6th. Slipstream in 7th, Barney in 8th, Audrex into the top 10 with 9th. Cobra Kai, strike hard, strike fast. Barf Monkey in 10th, Futang in 11th. Here comes Kuda out onto the front straight for, well, he's got it. He's got 12. He's just got a close one there with Wizen, who's a lap back in 17th. Fear the Fun in 13th. Fox Jason D in 14th. Modern Weapon, Born as Ghost, Wizen Mitten, Ovation, Patches Riley, Nicky Bobby in 20th. Woo! Man, can we just get right on over to week 4 already? Like, I don't even want us to stop. Let's just continue on. Let's head on out into the week 4 schedule. That is Watkins, Glen Short, and Homestead. Now we got to give these guys and gals a breather, yeah. I need one as well. Speaking of which, I'm going to take a little bit of a breather here. We'll bring some of our drivers into the driver's spotlight, have a chat with them. So Motion Fire is going to work out the points, and he'll have the total here at some point this evening, and maybe tomorrow. I think maybe as early as tomorrow I'll get them posted up over on the Twitter so that you guys can see how close things are really going to be in week number 4. And then I'm going to say inevitably week number 5. You're watching the Forza Spec Racing Series here live, Twitch TV. Be right back. All right, all right. Week number 3 is over. And what a good one it was. Cratrim with the win out at Road America, putting it into his second place streak that he has here in season 39. That'll help him out on the points tally. And then Arzia McQueen picking up his second win here in season 39 at the rainy, at least for the last few laps. It wasn't rainy the whole time, but a rainy Brands Hatch Indy. Joining me here in the driver's spotlight, OK Fox Jason D. What a nice run for you here in week number 3. You came in into week 3 in 17th place. And then you finished, let's see here, I've got the numbers, 17th out at Road America, I think, and then 13th here at Brands.
14th actually at Brands.
Oh, somebody dropped out, so I'm going to go ahead and give you 13th anyway.
Okay, yeah, but it was it in the scoreboard it was a 14 though.
Yeah, I know. I don't have that power. 14 on the scoreboard, 13th in my heart.
I'll take that.
All right. Well, first, before I ask any questions about the racing, how was the birthday last week?
Oh, the birthday went very well. Thank you for asking. Overall, it was a very good birthday.
Good, good. For those of you who were here last week, I say we, but really it was me. I think somebody threw maybe a one-liner into the chat of the happy birthday song. I sang the rest of it. But Fox Jason D celebrating a birthday last week. Great racing here in week number 3. That might put you up a few more notches on the overall leaderboard.
I think it should. I I was really happy with how I did, especially with the second race
Yeah.
at Brands. Honestly, I mean, how what doomed me in at Road America is just I stalled out at the start, so
Mm,
I just had I lost a few places almost immediately.
okay.
So
Well, still able to manage 17th, not too bad, and then here in the top 15 with the 13th place finish at Brands. So now take the difference in nature of track, Road America, Brands Hatch, Indy, and then apply that to week number 4 with Watkins Glen, the short circuit, and then an oval. Can you keep the momentum going in week 4?
I think I will. I just like in my practice for this week, I actually went to uh went to Watkins Glen just to see how that felt, and it already like I'm already a big fan of Watkins Glen, and this how the car is set up right now, it feels really good. And now that I've learned a lot about how this car drives, and I'm I'm really happy right now with how I feel around. And then for the oval, who knows?
That's yeah. Really, you could feel as confident as you want on an oval, but until you get 23 cars going around there simultaneously, it's really hard to
Yeah,
say. Yeah.
I mean, based on my experience from the last two times I did ovals with the F100s, which was also at Homestead, and then last season with the Ferraris at Indy, who, anything it can happen during that race.
Yeah. Um, I like to think that out at Watkins Glen, there's two types of people. There's the people who say, love the boot, das Boot. But then there are the folks who are like, no, sans boot. We're going to do sans boot next week. No boot.
Actually, no, we're it's with the boot
Well,
next
then
week.
somebody lied to me.
No, as far as I know, I think I we're doing it. Yeah, we're definitely doing it with the boot because I distinctly remember during our test and tune night, I got punted in the boot on the very first lap. So hopefully that doesn't happen with next week.
All right. Well, Slow, if you hear me and you're still, I don't know, Slow might be doing the administrative stuff on the back end with points and all that. But Slow, if you hear me, or even Fear the Fun, if you can clarify here, I want some clarification on the boot situation here next week. What about Homestead? It has me pondering. I don't think tires really will be an issue whatsoever with this car here in season 39, and rarely tires are the issue in FF4. They seem to
No,
be
this
not a problem. But
it,
what about fuel?
fuel might be an issue. I'm gonna have
Yeah.
to because I, I'm probably that'll probably be part of my practice with next week is just looking at how fuel goes because at least in our train, at least when we did the test and tune, once you get up to like the fifth gear, you never you you never go get out of that
Yeah.
like at all. So it who knows?
Are you on these? Let's just take week 3 for an example. Is the car even close to running out of fuel by the end of these 2 races that we had? Like, because what I'm trying to think is, you go into that oval race with potentially 2 different strategies of running as fast as you can, but burning through fuel and then having to take a pit stop, or being a little bit easy on the throttle. And sure, you might be slower, but if people are having to go in, you might be able to take advantage of it. I don't know. I don't even know if it's going to be a thing. But what are these 2 races, or maybe even the first 4 of the season, first 6 of the season? What have they shown?
I it's hard to say. I wasn't looking at my fuel through some of these earlier races, but I know like this. I don't think fuel consumption was really that big of a problem. I think maybe I was probably down to 50% by the time this race was over. So,
Okay. Okay.
but I'll have to. But with an oval, it's always a little bit of a different thing.
Yeah.
I know that when we did the oval, when we did like the previous two oval races I've done, I did not. I I did not have to pit for fuel. If actually, no, I believe I did pit once for in the F100s at Homestead.
Yeah,
So
that's what I was trying to remember back to was the F100 race. If those trucks had to stop, I don't remember. I have a bad memory.
I believe we did. I don't remember if I had. I know there was a number of people that did pit stop early, eh, but they were near the front runners anyway. So it's I'll have to I'll have to do my own testing to see how that goes. So
Do you shake your fist at whoever picks the ovals, or are you okay with it?
eh, I mean I really don't like ovals. Honestly,
Yeah.
I prefer more turning in in my tracks.
Oh well, you'll get plenty of turning. It's just in one direction. Yeah. I get the strategy that's involved in it. I certainly do. But yeah, it can become, especially from a spectating standpoint, like to see it just continuously, and especially in Forza Motorsport 7, where you have like the same camera views every time, it can become like, oh gosh, I
Yes.
feel like I'm in a tornado here with the way that the camera's going around the track. All right, well, Fox Jason D, I don't see anybody else in the driver's spotlight. So hey, take as much time as you want. What are your shout outs here tonight?
Uh, well, today I definitely want to give shout outs to, especially for that second race, to Modern Modern Weapon and Borna's Ghost. Like, especially in that second race, you guys gave I I had a fantastic fight with both of them throughout most of the race, and
Mm-hmm.
it as well as like to Wise and Mitten in in the previous at Road America. Like it made for some really good driving. And of course, I don't know if he's even watching, but I always have to give a shout out to. Unfortunately, he was to SGR Chaos Fox. He
Yeah.
was having trouble with the with his car, and so he dropped out for this series.
Okay.
He's he will always be, uh, but he will always be like my mentor, and he's done so much for me to help me get to this part, to get to where I am right now. So it's I'll always he'll always have my thanks for that.
He gets the de facto shout out. Never goes
Yeah.
without saying. Yeah. SDR Chaos Fox, one of the, what I would say in recent years, one of those community members here in the Forza Motorsport community that has always put himself out there, made himself available for folks to say, hey, man, I could use a little bit of help, a little bit of
Oh yeah.
knowledge about what you know, tuning and driving and otherwise. So, yes, it's sad not to see SGR Chaos Fox out on the track, apparently having qualms with the car and has had enough, but maybe we'll see SGR back out there on the track sooner rather than later. And I'll
I
echo
hope
your
so.
sentiment there that always a fun time seeing him out there.
Yeah. Of course.
Yep. Goes without saying, but we'll say it anyways, because gosh darn it, that's what people deserve. Get a little bit of kudos
Ex-
here every once in a while.
Precisely.
All right, Fox Jason D. Well, excellent job. We'll see if you're able to keep it up next week.
I
Should
hope
be a
so
good
too.
one, and we'll see you then.
Okay. Have a nice day. Have a nice night.
Yeah, absolutely. You too. You too. All right, Fox Jason D, the only one. Man, of course I say that, and then somebody's going to drop down into the queue here, so I'll keep my eye on it, but I think that might be it for the night. We did run a little bit long because of the lobby issues that we had between Road America and Brands Hatch Indy, so maybe folks are like, all right, I'm ready to go do the things that I need to do here at the end of the night. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them one bit. Let's see. What do I have? Yeah, so update, folks. I didn't mention it off the top of the broadcast because I didn't want to start off with some downer stuff. But hey, in every broadcaster's life, there comes an opportunity. For anybody who streams, I think we've all been in this position a time or two. For those of us who like to stream here, either here on Twitch or maybe over on YouTube or whatever the case may be. But you see how receptive and how engaged folks are with the content that you have. Not on Tuesdays. Tuesdays is fantastic. We get nothing but awesomeness here on Tuesdays. And actually, I kind of feel a little bit bad stating this here on a day in which Carryout drops his tier 3 subscription and then a 20 bomb of gifted subs here to the channel. So I definitely feel a little bit of remorse in that regard. But because the content on the other broadcast hasn't been received too well, here are what my plans are going to be. Is I'm going to regroup myself here probably over this weekend, try to figure out what should be the plans moving forward. Tuesdays are not threatened whatsoever. Tuesdays are here, Forza Spec Racing Series, and then, like I said, in 3 weeks' time, after Season 39 has come to an end, I will be doing some Dirt Rally 2.0. I'm really looking forward to that. It's the Friday broadcast and then the Sunday broadcast that, while the turnout isn't always what I'm here to stream for, I like doing it just for the sake of doing it. At the same time, I gotta really think about the time and the energy, and then, of course, the monetary investment, because there were a lot of things planned that had me directing some of the stream revenue toward those activities. Seeing that the reception for those and kind of the hype around them wasn't the buzz wasn't there. I said, you know what, might be an opportunity to go ahead and hit that timeout button and say, hey, let me try to figure something out here. My goal here with X Venture is to provide content that folks come and hang out and have a good time and just genuinely enjoy without making it too serious. This is a hobby for me. This is not at all a full-time job. So I'm not doing it to say, hey, I need to have X amount of viewers with X amount of revenue from time to time. But again, thinking of the investment, the time, the energy, the resources that I put toward this, I want to make sure that there is some sort of value that I'm providing, not only for myself, but for you all. And if the content that I've been doing lately, the variety of content, hasn't been warmly received, then, well, you know what? It's me who needs to fix that. It's not you all. It's me. So, like I said, going to try to figure things out. I have gone ahead and scratched a lot of the things that were planned. So, thinking about the 12 hours of City Skylines, that seemed to be kind of a lukewarm to cold reception there. So the 12 hours of City Skylines is off the schedule. The baseball bonanza, which really had the biggest amount of my resources invested into, going to go ahead and pull that off the schedule, because try as I might, it really is hard when you haven't been a MLB The Show streamer to attract the MLB Show crowd. And yes, even though I haven't played any baseball yet, which makes it even that much more difficult to attract that crowd, come April 16th, it would seemingly be an uphill battle to even get any sort of attention on that one. And with the stuff that was geared up for that event, it had to be a win. Unfortunately, I don't think it was shaping up that way. So the April 16th event is scratched. Like I said, the 12 hours of City Skylines. And what will continue is the Sunday broadcast with LA Noire, because I will finish that up over the next 2 weeks. That actually might even stretch into a third week. So what I've also done is I've taken The Last of Us 1 and 2 off of there, because I think really what I'm focusing in on here is, and what you all have been receptive to, is SnowRunner, Dirt Rally 2.0, and then FM4. Again, FM4 not going anywhere with those. Season 40 will roll around. I'll be back into the thick of it. And in the interim, in that off-season period between 39 and 40, will be Dirt Rally 2.0. If you guys are excited about Dirt Rally 2.0, I know I broadcasted that on Friday, so it's sometimes hard to say, yeah, that crowd will transfer over to Tuesdays at 8 p.m. Eastern. Well, if you are interested in watching me play Dirt Rally 2.0 on my Fanatec CSR wheel and my struggles, and I probably will struggle since it's been a long while since we've been in that. It's been a month now since I last played. But if you want to watch that, know that coming up here on, gosh, what is that, April the 13th? Yes, April the 13th. That's when I will begin Dirt Rally 2.0. All right, so there's that to look forward to. Like I said, Sunday, LA Noire. I will be finishing up that playthrough, Crime Scene Sundays, even though that's a pretty weak turnout, but I want to see that gameplay through. And then, yes, I will figure out something for Fridays and Sundays that hopefully will be a little bit more of a hit. I'm not trying to be the world's greatest streamer. That's not going to happen. We're long past that. But at least something that generates a little bit of viewership. I mean, that would be ideal. And if I'm not doing the right stuff, then I gotta figure it out, and I will. So just continue to hang out with us, hang out with me here on Tuesdays for all the latest updates. You can also find updates over on my Twitter. That's where inevitably, once I do have some announcements, I'll put it there. And then also, not that it has anything to do with what I'm talking about right now, but for those broadcasts that you miss, yes, you can find them back here on twitch.tv/xventure in the videos section, past broadcast. That's where they're all stored for 30 days, and then Twitch wipes them off the map. However, I take those and I put them over to YouTube, and I think YouTube's got a better playback system for you. You can see them in better quality, and I just think the user interface is better on YouTube. So know that all the broadcasts here on Xventure can be found on my YouTube channel. Same channel as it is here on Twitch, Xventure, EXEVENTURE. I will not close out this stream without, again, thanking those of you who did join and those of you who joined for the first time. Nocturnal 865. I'm so sorry. I completely missed that one. Nocturnal 865. If you're still here or you're watching on the replay, thank you so much for the follow. ART Dimes, who was out on the track, thank you for that. Dino Dado with the host earlier on. Ovation also with the host. So much, so appreciated. And then Carry Out, coming out the woodwork and just, I don't know. What else can I say except for just a big surprise? Subscribing for 11 months now at the tier 3 level. Not at tier 1, but at tier 3. And then he follows that up with a batch of 20 tier 1 gifted subscriptions. I mean, I mentioned subscriptions being above and beyond this channel, and that, sir, is like you're in a whole nother galaxy with that level of support. All of that gets reinvested back into the channel, which I got a new audio system right now. We're going to have some PlayStation 5 content here pretty soon. Yeah, thank you so much. Very, very heartfelt. I really, I know I'm being bad with words on that, but that's all I can say is thank you. All right, folks. Well, we made it. End of week number 3. We'll be back at it a week from tonight. Week number 4. And yes, very interesting tracks. I'm really curious how this is going to play out because the standings are going to be close. They're going to be very, very close. And with Watkins Glen short and Homestead on the schedule, oh, like So Much Fire said, next week is the Oval. It's going to be great. I agree. These first 3 weeks have been great. Week 4 is going to be a blockbuster. Blockbuster. Make sure you miss it. Don't miss it. Why would I tell you to miss it? Don't miss it. That's a sign I need to get off. Thank you all very much. Have a great rest of the week. Take care. Stay happy. Stay healthy. Adios. Goodbye.